Hello guys, Dexstar here, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another episode of our perfume, skincare, and cosmetic series. For today's episode, we will be talking about another fragrance that I have been very much obsessed with this past few days. And because I was very excited, I already have opened it and I've started using it. I think I've used it for a week now, and I don't use as much because I try to switch out different fragrances, but it has been quite an obsession for me because this particular fragrance has actually gone, like, for me, at a start, I wasn't really into it, but then again, as time passes and as it develops onto my skin, it really gives you that beautiful, beautiful scent. And I love it because it's one that is present, that you can really like smell it, but then again, it's not very overpowering, and it doesn't, it doesn't invade other people's, like, it's not very intrusive to other people who doesn't really appreciate any fragrances or doesn't appreciate the fragrance. So for me, this is perfect, and I so love it, and I am talking about the Hermès L'Ombre de Marvet. I don't know if you can see, but I love the glass as well, the container of it. Like, it's round shape, but it has like different cuts here so that you can actually put it on your countertop like this, or you can put it the other way around. But let me show you the box first. So the box looks like this. Well, because it's been a week now, but it's L'Ombre de Marvet, and this is a 100 ml eau de parfum, and you can actually see it from the bottom right here. It says, it's in French, so I will not be able to read it as much. But this is, I think, batch number 01060, made in France. And you have here, it says eau de parfum and like ingredients list right there. All right. So when you open that, on top of it, it also says Hermès, and it's in quite a silver lettering, and then inside it is like this. I already took it out of the box, so it's already here. All right, and this particular fragrance is really, really beautiful. I mean, I don't know, I can't stress it enough. I have fallen in love with this fragrance, and especially with the weather changing right here. Winter, I mean, the weather and the environment really gives you, really affects fragrances in terms of how it develops, and also, of course, your body chemistry also affects the fragrance. Also, let me just put this out. I'm very, very sorry about my voice at the moment because I think I've partied too much and my voice is getting affected. But anyways, you guys, let us continue with our fragrance. All right, so this particular fragrance was actually created 2020, if I'm not mistaken, and the perfumer or the nose of the fragrance is Christine Nigel. And I think this has been, I mean, for me, I've really, really loved it. And if you will, be wondering why it is L'Ombre de Marvet, it is actually in French. I mean, for those of you who are French speakers, I'm sorry if I'm butchering it, but I hope I'm pronouncing it right. But this is actually just a bit of, I actually have my notes right here. Let me just put it out. It literally translates to the shadow of wonders. Like the name L'Ombre de Marvet literally translates to the shadow of wonders, which I think if you get to discover this particular fragrance, and if you use this particular fragrance, you will really be transported to that shadow of wonders, because you will have very different and very distinctive scent for this particular fragrance. And you will be able to notice this fragrance right away whenever you smell it on someone. However, it will be smelling a little bit different from one person to another because of your body chemistry, right? So let us go ahead and discover what this particular fragrance is all about. All right, so let me just go ahead and spray this for you. This is how, like, the atomizer, when you spray the perfume, this is the spray. I mean, look at that. I don't know if it comes across very well in the camera, but this particular spray is actually a very good one because it sprays in a wide angle, but then again, it gives you a very soft spray. So it's not really like a sprit. It really is a spray. And with this being an eau de parfum, you will only need a very, very small amount, or you will only need to use a small amount because it is a little bit higher in concentration in terms of oil content because it's eau de parfum. All right, so let's spray this one more time and then we will be discovering the scent. Look at that spray. Look at that atomizer. The atomizer is really, really good. Now, when you first have this is actually a perfume that is a three ingredient perfume or 3 scent perfume. How do you call it? 3 ingredient perfume, if I may say so. The thing is, it opens up with the top note of black tea, and it's really very evident that black tea is really, really there, but it's very, very subtle and very, very soft. And if you notice, I spray it mostly, I always spray it on my hand with my skin because it will be a different scent when you spray it on paper and spray it on your skin. So always spray it on your skin. And it really, really smells very nice. You have really that black tea as your top note, and then you have your middle note as incense, and then your base note is tonka bean, which is I love because, as you all know, I have a very acidic body chemistry, and tonka bean really blends well with my skin because it really gives it that vanilla-ish. It has that depth in terms of scent. It has that creaminess, that vanilla-ish creaminess, and it blends well with an acidic body chemistry because it somehow mellows down the acidity and it somehow holds down the scent onto my skin. It really smells so good. It's very distinct. It's like on its first spray, it's very distinct because you can really smell that black tea, and then going into like a few minutes as it settles down into your skin, you can have the sense of that incense. You can really have a bit of that incense, and when it really settles down into your skin, it's beautiful. For me, it's very beautiful because like winter season is the season for me that really gives you the opportunity to use those deep scented perfumes, and this is one of those. It's not overpowering, but it really is there. So it opens up with a bit of that freshness with that black tea, but still you get that depth, the depth of scent, because I don't know if you have already smelled like black tea. When you smell black tea, you have that waft of freshness, but then you have that undertone of depth in terms of the scent. And then you have your middle note as incense, which really gives you that smokiness, which really pairs very well with tonka bean because it gives you that smoky, and then you have that base of tonka bean, which gives that creamy, vanilla-ish. I don't know, for me that's how it feels. A bit creamy, a bit vanilla-ish when you have a tonka bean base. It really smells so good, and for me, it really works very, very well. So for me, it will highly recommend, and this is a disclaimer. This is by no means sponsored, how I wish I will be sponsored, but this is by no means sponsored. I'm just very happy to share this with you guys, and I do hope that you get to try L'Ombre de Merveille of Hermès. All right? Okay, so in terms of pricing, I'm gonna get my notes, or actually my phone right here, because I've gotten this like quite a while, and I have just started using it, I think 2 weeks ago or a week ago. I've just started using it, but I have already had it for a while in my cupboard. So in terms of pricing, I've already lost the receipt and all these things. We are going to go to online. We're going to go online, and I will be referring to it on an Hermes website. I will check on an Hermes website, which is Hermes UAE. Let me just check that here, if there is. I hope I am able to find it, because oh my god, it's not appearing. I hope I'm able to find this. It doesn't. Okay, so before we go to elsewhere, let me just go ahead, because if you try to search Hermes L'Ombre de Marvet, it will actually give you like a pop-up. And here, I think I will be checking on Bloomingdale's UAE, so I could give you the prices, like the prices of how much it is at the moment. So in Bloomingdale's, let me choose the 100 ml, because there is actually 3 different sizes. You have 30 ml, 50 ml, and 100 ml. Let me choose 100 ml because what we have here is 100 ml. So in Bloomingdale's at the moment, this is retailing for 641 dirhams. So if we convert that, so 641 in dirhams, that will be 165 euros and 47 cents if you're looking at euros. And if you're looking at US dollars, that is $174.54. That is the current price of L'Ombre de Marvet here in the Middle East, and depending on the conversion. And also, the prices that I gave you is already with, the 641 is already with tax. So, there you go. Okay, so, well, I do hope that I have inspired you to try out different perfumes and try out, I know it is a bit pricey, but I do hope that you get to try out L'Ombre de Marvet of Hermes, because I mean, it's a little bit of luxury that you can try and bring home with you, because this is one of, I mean, at the moment with fall winter, this is one of the best ones that you could actually use. And of course, if you are into layering, which I am as well, I do layer this with some other scents, but if you're into layering, this is also going to be very good to layer with any floral or actually any woody scents as well. This will be very good depending on the type of fragrance that you want. But for me, I usually layer this with a little bit of floral to actually lighten it up. But if you're into a woody scent or a bit of a smokier scent, you can layer it with all the woody scents as well. But for me, I always layer it with floral to lighten it up during the day. And during the night, I actually layer it with a bit more of the vanilla scents to actually give it a bit more character and a bit more depth. And since it's the night, it will have a bit more of that oomph during the night. But this is really perfect for the winter season. All right, I hope that you enjoy this. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one. Bye.